Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking some well-wishing Chinese expressions. And in the same vein of yesterday, we talked about the luck in the department of love or romance. 桃花朵朵开. In today, we're wishing somebody made it, who made it, like finally tied a knot and made it into their what do we call cave house, which is their wedding bedroom chamber, made it in there. And that's so eroticized in the Chinese language. The reason why is because as an ancient society back then, I guess in English society back then, Victoria period as well, like everybody got into marriage. It's supposed to be, I mean, that's the cultural or social expectation of people back then, that you came into your wedding night as a virgin, I guess, for probably not so much on guys. I don't exactly know, but definitely for women, you're supposed to be virgins coming into the environment. And I would imagine in ancient times for a guy who made it, who finally got himself a wife and have a virgin, have her first experience, probably his first experience, and that would be very exciting for them. And this is the description of Chinese expression, especially for that wedding night. And we use 洞房. That's about a cave house. Came with this folklore about Qin Shi Huang, the first ever emperor who unified China, powerful guy. And once he became the number one guy in China, the ultimate alpha, right? And just like any ultimate rulers of a big piece of land, he was motivated to spread his seeds, right? Just like a Genghis Khan, right? And he would select the beauties nationwide and send them to his palace. So the legend has it, one girl escaped that. She doesn't want to be one of the, I don't know, thousands of women to just serve this one guy. And I guess you have to wait in queue. Imagine that, you have to wait in queue to have the fortune, I mean, considered packaged as a fortune to be visited by the emperor, right? So she escaped, and on his way escape, and I guess in ancient times, she has to go undercover, undetected, right? Below the radar of the government, because once found, she would be killed, right? On the escape route, she met somebody and they talk. They shared a similar hatred toward this one ruler who probably was tough on the people at the time to be able to rule such a big piece of land, right? So his policies of, well, actually he had quite some policy of dictatorship, of like burning books, destroy schools. So people don't have different thoughts or voices, distract the different institutions that could go against him. So he is really an iron fist on the kind of cultural destruction, but at the same time, he standardized, unified a lot of cultural things. So he was definitely anti-DEI. No, it has to be his way, or you got to be crushed. So those two share the same anti-emperor sentiment, and they got coupled up. And because it's on the route of escape, so they end up in a cave and make that their wedding house. I mean, this is untraditional because it's almost like an elope situation. You didn't have the blessings from both parents. That was not the norm. But in the contingency of their situation, they make their own decision, a choice, and make the cave house as their wedding bedroom. Okay, so eventually that was tied into 洞房, this cave house, especially for the first night wedding house. Okay, and 花烛, we have flower candle, I guess. Ancient times, the lighting was mostly rely on candle. And I guess that's also like, even up till now, when we have electricity light, candles can evoke some sense of our nostalgia, or this, thousands of years of our genetic programming of respond to the warm color of candle, and it's regarded as romantic, right? And so ancient Chinese, I guess, wedding night will especially have those candles carved in floral decoration on the outside. It's a special kind of candle for the special occasion. And so that is another signifier to mean this is a wedding day, wedding night, somebody's first night. So that's something to look forward to. And that's something used as a well-wishing expression to wish somebody made it. It's a milestone in life. Okay, so Dong came from this water sign. This is a stream of water, uninterrupted in the middle, but interrupted on the two sides. The right side is big arch, means a space. There is a horizontal line, that means just one, singular. And below here is the mouse symbol. It's kind of up tilted corner with a box shape, but with this up tilted corner, that means mouse. So one mouse means one voice under the same space. So that means in Chinese, sameness, or what's the word? Geez, I forget the English expression. Homogeny? Something like that. Like there's no other voice. Everything is the same. So that sameness paired with water actually means the water flowing faster, kind of a rapid current. I don't know why. It could be like everything about that water flow. If it's going to the same direction, that means less obstruction. There's less different voices or dissonance over there. Therefore, things go faster, smoother. Could be. But eventually, this fast, rapid current symbol was transferred to mean cave. And I don't exactly know why rapid water became cave. It could be that people often observe rapid water currents near a cave. It could be because how a cave was formed. It could be in a mountain when the water keeps flowing in that direction. It becomes like a highway of major water channel, right? And then the cave was kind of knocked out by the water, keep flowing that way. I don't know. I don't exactly know the geography of geology of why caves was formed, but the association of fast, rapid flowing water associated with the existence of cave probably concur a lot. Therefore, it was transferred. Okay, that's enough. Cave, house. Okay, simply is, this is one side, one panel door symbol. And this is, it means the boat. It's a kind of a boat traffic control back then. So here is the bow of the boat, I guess. And this horizontal line, I guess, is some sort of ancient device to keep the boat from floating freely, because ancient canal or river water traffic, when it gets some narrow place, I guess it has to be one boat at a time situation. Therefore, boats need to take their turns to pass, and therefore there is a boat parallel, not running into each other situation. And so this boat traffic control then became a thing to mean square, rectangular, or parallel. We can only imagine how that was practiced, but eventually this was used as parallel or squarish, and that paired with the single panel door means one of the bedrooms or the houses. So there are different icons or characters to describe different housing, different functions of the architecture of a household building. So they're like a living room, and this is the room more like a bedroom, because Chinese believe not the bigger the better for bedroom. Actually, bedroom was probably preferred to be a smaller space. Therefore, it's cozier, right? So this fang was used as ancient time as a bedroom chamber. So Dongfang cave house in this particular, tied with that folklore I told you earlier about this eloping anti-government, two anti-government singles decide to marry themselves off in the cave house, made it into their wedding bedroom chamber. So that eternally tied into our culture as the wedding bedchamber. And a lot of erotism imaginations over there projected a lot of the guys, because there are a lot of single guys and in China, right, especially after one-child policy. So this projection of that you can actually made it to get yourself a wife and made it into the night when you have your your bride in there. So that's something to look forward to. Hua zhu, again, we talked about it yesterday about this flower. I'm not going into details of it, but this is a zoom in view of the flower organ with the petals, and this is the pollen hole, and below is the speaking, the articulation. So I kind of interpret it in a way of flower is the speaking, the articulation of almost like an announcement of the plant using the petal of the flower in this expression. Plants message, plants articulation about themselves, their existence in the world, and they are ready to pass their genes and recreate themselves, right? And that's the reproductive season and organ of a plant. So that's Chinese flower symbol. And zhu, we have the fire symbol on the left side, and the right side is actually a bug, not a bug, kind of a, I would imagine this as a firefly, because according to some scholar, this is the, oversized eyeball. Imagine a fly, right? Have this huge eyeball, like a two huge hemisphere eyeball on top of their head. So that's oversized eyeball. And this is the kind of curvier shape of the bug body, but with oversized eyeball. And then this is a symbol that just universally means worm, with this kind of curvier shape of the body. And I'm not exactly sure what that thing is, but probably it's something the worm hunt from, or a habitat of the worm. In any case, it means a worm. And this is a particular big eyeballed bug. And together paired with fire symbol, which is a bonfire shape, the cone shape of the major body of the fire with sparkles on the side. That's a super simplification of how a fire is structured and projected onto this 2D frame. This is Chinese fire symbol. And that means some bug light, like tiny little, but emitting light thing. So probably candle in ancient times was made into the shape of, is it called a wicker of the same of the candle that has this kind of wiggly shape, where you put you light up a tiny little bit of light in there onto the wax. So therefore it was constantly fueled by the wax. But it has to burn down this the wicker. I'm not sure the words are now over there. So this gives you a sense of, it's not a huge scale, it's not a torch, but it's almost like a firefly kind of sparkles of light. But it's nonetheless, it's a fire. It's tiny little bit of fire that used to lit up the room. That's the ancient solution of lighting after dark, okay? And 洞房花烛 simply captured in this frame. You see, this is the floral candle. Candles are really, Chinese made tools and decorate them with a lot of meanings. So this decoration, pretty sure is either like phoenix or dragon drawn onto them with some elaborate patterns with good meanings in it. So it's not just a regular utilitarian kind of candle, but it's carved, embedded with all kinds of well-wishing meanings onto the object itself. I'm sure other cultures do that too, but Chinese especially like to do that. It's kind of extravagant, embed good meanings in the utensils, everyday using thing. But this is a special occasion, so I guess it's not exactly every day. It's a special using occasion, special lighting instrument to create, not only create the light, the ambience, but give you the meaning, the blessings to this new couple. And of course, this is a Chinese rendering of what would look like in ancient times. And I want to point out, I really like the lanterns over there. I like the shape of the lantern, the whole structure of the lantern. And it creates a good ambience. And you can see this is the bedroom entrance door frame, right? And this is supposed to be the bed itself in the far background. And that's a recreation of what a Chinese wedding night chamber would look like. And this is to give you the sense of, okay, this is supposed to be idealized, what would happen, what would look like for that wedding night. Okay, cash into the parents evening by one a day with Sophie. See you next week.